Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 218, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Bulgy's bridge on the Little Western Branch Line had been in disrepair for quite some time. The railway refused to fix it because they thought it was Bulgy's fault that the bridge was falling apart, and the bus company refused to fix it because they thought the engines were weakening the bridge. Before long, the line was becoming unsafe to both trains and vehicles, and everyone was cross. "You better fix that bridge of yours, Bulgy," said Oliver. "The rails bend and creak when I pass over them, and one day it's going to collapse. Hopefully when I'm not pulling any passengers." "Huh," grunted Bulgy. "You want it fixed so bad, then go do the repair yourself. You big fat engines are the reason it's fallen apart." The engines on the Little Western were concerned. They held a meeting at Tidmouth Sheds one night. "That bridge is a danger to the passengers, to the road vehicles, and to us engines," said Duck. "We must do something before it's too late." "Surely Sir Topham Hatt would fix it, right?" asked Douglas. "We can't count on that," said Oliver. "He and Bulgy's bus company have been arguing about this for years. It's time for us to act now." "I have an idea," murmured Ryan, "but it's not exactly the nicest thing to do. But I can guarantee that the bridge would get fixed right away." "Well, let's hear it," shouted Donald. "Anything's better than landing on my head." The engines listened to Ryan's plan. "Not bad," chuckled Oliver. "I'll go talk to the pack tomorrow morning." The next day he visited the Sodor Construction Company. "I'm here on behalf of Bulgy and the bus company. There's a bridge between Tidmouth Halt and Bluffs Cove that needs repairs. Would you go fix it up, please?" "Sure thing," said Jack. "But whom shall we contact when the job is done?" "Oh, talk to Bulgy. This is his project. I'm just the messenger." Everyone smiled and set to work. While Bulgy was out delivering passengers for the day, the pack came in and repaired the bridge. It looked the same as before, but it was much more structurally stable, and the engines didn't bounce when they went over it. "What's all this about?" asked Bulgy that evening. "About time the railway came along and repaired my bridge. I was getting tired of rocks falling on me at night." "Oh, the railway didn't do this," said Alfie. "Your bus company did. They told us to come fix the bridge. You can call Miss Jenny when you're ready to settle up." But Bulgy was cross. He knew the bus company hadn't ordered the bridge to be repaired, and now he was going to be stuck paying for the work. "Those slimy steam engines," he muttered. The next day, Bulgy roared into Knapford Station and refused to leave until Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. "One of your engines told the pack to repair my bridge, and now I'm the one who has to pay the bill. Explain yourself." Sir Topham Hatt chuckled. "I guess my engines took matters into their own hands, or wheels. But don't worry, Bulgy. I had George pave all of those roads near Tidmouth Halt, so it's only fair that you fix your bridge." Bulgy was livid. "I'm a bus, not some money-making machine like your famous engines here. If you stick me with the bill, then I'll shut down the bridge." "Good luck," laughed Percy. "The passengers will have your hubcaps if you do that." But Bulgy wasn't kidding. He drove straight to the Sodor Construction Company with a devious plan in the works. "You guys did a half-decent job at making my bridge look nice," he admitted. "Why not finish the project and turn it into something really special? Here's what I have in mind." The next day, the engines were shocked to find out that Bulgy had turned his bridge into a toll booth. He was now charging the road vehicles to pass through. "This won't go over well," said Ryan, and it wasn't. Isabella was most upset. But I just helped build everything, she cried, and now you won't let me pass through? Stop making a scene and move on. But just this once. Nobody gets a free ride through here anymore. Bertie was cross as well. You're giving a bad name to all of us other buses out there. Stop with this nonsense. No can do. The railway wouldn't fix the bridge that their big engines keep squishing, so this is the compromise. Now pay the toll, please. But Bertie was not about to be outdone. He quickly backed up and drove around the toll booth. Well, I didn't quite think that would happen, he muttered. Hey, Bulgy, said George. How about letting a good friend through, for old time's sake? I'm not making any money this way. If only I could stop the engines from using the tracks. Then this railway would really come to a halt. Then go sit up on the bridge and refuse to move, suggested George. They can't run you over, or at least I don't think they would. Bulgy smiled. That's a plan if I've ever heard one. And he promptly drove onto the tracks, up the hill, and parked right on top of his bridge. Just then, Belle came along and skidded to a stop. Bulgy, get off the rails, she yelled. What are you doing up here? I'm not moving until you pay the toll, he grunted. This new bridge ain't free, you know. Belle was cross. I have to get back to the search and rescue center, she argued. If there's an emergency, I won't be able to respond in time, and there will be confusion and delay. Just then, Duck puffed up. Oh dear, he grumbled. Bulgy, get off the line. There are some important trains coming through here soon. Then everything will grind to a halt. I'll stay here all day if I have to. Eventually, the trains piled up and everyone was delayed. Sir Topham Hatt came to see what the problem was. You can do whatever you want on the roads, Bulgy, but as soon as it affects my railway, then we have a problem. If you get off this bridge, then I will pay for the repairs. Bulgy laughed. That's what I'm talking about. I win, you lose. Oh, wait, I can't move. I must be out of gas or something. Give me a push, will you? But Sir Topham Hatt had other ideas. He promptly placed Bulgy under the bridge and locked him in his own toll booth. I once did something similar to Henry because he wouldn't move from a tunnel. Now you won't move from your bridge, so I think I will keep you here until you are ready to be really useful again. Bulgy was fuming. Belle couldn't help but laugh. I've heard about trolls living under bridges, but I thought those were only in fairy tales, she chuckled. I'll come hose you down if you start to smell real bad. Don't let the chickens in this time. But Bulgy didn't say a word. He had refused to change and was now paying the price for his actions.